afternoon, everybody. It's the Law Gnome, and welcome to your February 2015 episode of Out of the Vault. As always, there will be a playlist for the entire series provided in the box below. I know I'm not wearing my traditional Disney-themed shirt, but you know something? I get a lot of compliments on this specific hoodie, or jumper, as you Brits like to say, because we are right now in the middle of one of the biggest snowstorms in New York City history, which means it is the 27th of January. I'm recording this early, so if it's going to be really cold outside, you will be seeing me wearing this because I am freezing right now and I'm feeling much better in a hoodie than in a t-shirt with Chip and Dale on them. But today, the show must go on, and we're going to talk about the 36th animated Disney classic from 1998, Mulan. Mulan is a very interesting story and pretty much a landmark for Disney for a number of reasons. It was actually the very first Disney film to have an Asian theme. It is also a story that does feature a heroine and not necessarily a Disney princess, yet for some reason Mulan is classified as one of the princesses, and I don't understand why, because there is no moment in this film in which she actually marries a prince or has love towards the prince or anything. She actually doesn't really have those kinds of feelings towards any male character except for her father, but in a loving daughter kind of way, not in that incestual way. So let's get all the sicko stuff out and let's talk about the movie. The movie also was a PG-rated Disney classic. It was the very first one since 1985's Black Cauldron, which happened to be the very first PG-rated Disney classic. So, what are my thoughts? Because this is a very beloved Disney film. I have to say that this movie does have a lot of highlights, but it also has a lot more lows. It's not that the movie is bad. As a matter of fact, the movie is enjoyable. It just could have been so much more. The highlight of the movie, without a doubt, is Eddie Murphy as Mulan's trusty dragon spirit Mushu, and of course the little cricket called Cricky. And also, I have to admit that George Takei voicing the head of Mulan's family's ancestors. Those two scenes that he is in are without a doubt some of the funniest moments in the entire film, especially when the ancestral spirits are actually fighting against each other like a family reunion. It is really funny. Mulan's not a weak character. As a matter of fact, she's a very strong character. She has very noble intentions, she loves her family, and she was willing to do whatever she possibly could to prevent her father from having to go to war against the Huns, which happens to be the enemy in this film. And of course, the voice casting, Na Wen, who we all know now as Agent May from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You also have some very famous people in the Asian American acting community, such as the late Pat Morita, James Hong, who is absolutely hysterical. You also have Harvey Fierstein and Geddy Watanabe from 16 Candles. So you've got a nice, diverse group of people. And as I said earlier, George Takei and Eddie Murphy, who are, without a doubt, the highlights in terms of the comic relief of the film, because Eddie Murphy has always had spot-on comedic timing, and we all saw that happen when he went on to voice Donkey in the Shrek series, and of course, who can forget how great he is in those movies. We also have Miguel Ferrer, who plays the lead villain in this film, Shan Yu, who is the head of the Huns. Not Attila. In this film, it is Shan Yu. However, as I said, there's a lot of miss, and the reason why there's a lot of miss is because while this is all good stuff that I'm talking about, the story is just not as strong as I would have liked it to be. The characters are good, but the story is just very shallow. It's a very easy understanding story, and it just didn't have the impact that I thought that it would have. The songs are also really not so great. I mean, a lot of people love Reflection and Be a Man, but they're nothing compared to the songs that are in movies like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and The Lion King. I also thought that there was no depth in Shan Yu whatsoever. I mean, here's just this menacing villain who is in the shadows. He doesn't really have much of a speaking role, and his intentions are just really nothing. I think that he may have the worst Disney classic villain death in the history of all of Disney classic films. I couldn't get over how stupid his death was in this film. Just everything seems to be coming so natural to Mulan as a character. Like, they don't really show her really struggling to overtake the challenges that she has, because some of the things that she has to deal with are pretty heavy, and through the magic of Disney, they're taken care of in less than no time. And I know a lot of other Disney movies where our heroes, or heroines for that matter, do struggle to get those goals accomplished. and she really didn't seem to do much. The animation is a highlight, though. I absolutely love the fact that it was an entirely new medium dealing with Asian folklore, and I also think that the animation in this film is gorgeous because the backgrounds look like Asian watercolor paintings. Same thing with the introduction to the film itself when the credits are rolling at the beginning. They really wanted to pay tribute to all those beautiful things and also the bright colors of the festivities and the fireworks and all of that. So they did capitalize on that as well as ancient Chinese folklore, along with the CGI animation that was mixed in with the film. But the movie could have been so much better. I know that so many people love it, and I want to hear your comments in the box below, but I will not say that this movie is horrible. It was an easy watch. There were some moments in the film that were very enjoyable, especially the comedic scenes, but as a whole, it's just not perfect. So I'm going to give Mulan 2.5 out of 4. So as I said earlier, throw your comments in the box below. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and actions speak louder than words.